You know that massive pile of yard waste or that old broken couch sitting in your garage? Yeah, the one you've been putting off dealing with because the rules just seem, well, completely overwhelming? You're definitely not alone. Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're going to break down exactly how to seamlessly schedule a bulk trash pickup in the greater Tampa area. And more importantly, how to do it without getting hit with any annoying municipal fines. Let's get that space cleared out.
Seriously, if you are overwhelmed by a garage absolutely full of junk, or if you're just confused by all the local rules and terrified of missing a pickup and getting cited by code enforcement, stick around. We've literally got you covered. This explainer is going to solve that exact problem for you. We're going to walk through a logical, step-by-step process, so by the end of this, you'll know exactly who to call, what it's going to cost, and how to get your space back efficiently.
Okay, so here's our roadmap for today. First, we'll do a jurisdiction check. Second, we'll cover the free suite program. Third, on-demand pickups. Fourth, self-hauling. Fifth, prep rules and discounts. And finally, number 6, our final takeaways. Let's dive in.
All right, starting off with Section 1, the jurisdiction check. So, this is absolutely crucial. The very first thing you have to do is identify your correct jurisdiction. It sounds simple, right? But if you live in the city of Tampa proper, your services are managed by the Department of Solid Waste and Environmental Program Management. But, and this is a big but, if you live in master-planned communities like New Tampa, places like Tampa Palms or Hunters Green, you actually fall under Hillsborough County's Solid Waste Management. They have totally different phone numbers, totally different websites, and honestly, entirely different rules. If you contact the wrong one, you are practically guaranteeing a delay or worse, a code violation. So check that first. Moving right along to Section 2, the free SWEEP program. Now, the SWEEP program is highly anticipated by City of Tampa residents for a really good reason. It's free, but you have to know that crews work on a very strict rolling schedule. They absolutely will not backtrack if you miss your deadline. So here's how it works. Step 1, you verify your scheduled week on the Tampa Trash and Recycling app, or just check the city's website. Step 2, you place your items curbside. And step 3, you get to sit back and enjoy your free collection, as long as your pile is under 10 cubic yards. To actually guarantee collection, though, you have to follow some pretty specific timing and volume rules. Your items literally must be at the curb by 8 p.m. on the Sunday right before your scheduled week. But wait, don't put them out too early. No more than 5 days before that Sunday, or you're essentially creating neighborhood blight. Also, keep the pile under 10 cubic yards. That's actually quite a bit of space, but just keep an eye on it. And whatever you do, never, ever place your debris in front of a vacant lot. That is straight up classified as illegal dumping, and it will for sure trigger an investigation by code enforcement. Nobody wants that. Which brings us to Section 3, on-demand special pickups. So what happens if you completely missed your SWEP week? Or maybe you live out in the county and just don't have access to that specific program. Well, your next best solution is scheduling a fee-based, on-demand special pickup. For City of Tampa residents, this is going to cost you exactly $18.12 per cubic yard of material. Now, to put that into perspective, what even is a cubic yard? Think of a standard household oven. That's about 1 cubic yard, or 3 large plastic trash bags. When the crews arrive, they'll estimate the total volume, and that fee is simply tacked onto your next utility bill. Super easy. In sharp contrast to that, Hillsborough County, which, remember, includes New Tampa, uses an itemized flat fee pricing tier. You don't pay by the yard here, you pay per item. So a $30 fee covers things like sofas, mattresses, or TVs that are under 50 inches. But if you're tossing out a large appliance, say a washing machine, a refrigerator, or one of those massive TVs over 50 inches, that bumps up to the $50 tier per item. And a crucial detail here, you have to call and actually pay for the service before you place those items at the curb. Okay, let's look at Section 4, self-hauling bulk waste. Look, if you don't want to wait around for a curbside pickup and you've got a truck or an SUV, self-hauling drop-off centers can literally save you both time and money. If you're a City of Tampa resident, you can use the McKay Bay Scale House completely for free, as long as you have an active residential account. You can bring 2 major appliances per visit, plus furniture and yard waste. Just remember to bring a government ID and a utility bill, and the addresses on them have to match perfectly. Oh, and a quick safety warning. Pro tip here. You are strictly required to wear closed-toe shoes and a high-visibility vest while you're out there on the active tipping floor. Now, for county residents, you actually get a really generous allowance of 10 cubic yards and up to 12 passenger tires of free self-hauling every single year at their community collection centers. But you really need to be aware of their payment rules if you happen to go over your limit, or if you bring chargeable items. Because state law prohibits extending credit. They only take credit cards, so no cash and no Apple Pay. Also, if you swipe a debit card, their system automatically slaps a 30% deposit hold on your account. And honestly, that can take up to 2 whole weeks to clear, so keep that in mind. Let's transition to Section 5, Preparation Tips, Rules, and Discounts. Knowing exactly what is accepted versus what is flat out prohibited is absolutely vital to making sure your pickup goes smoothly. The crews will happily take your old furniture, appliances, yard waste, as long as it's cut into 4-foot segments, and even up to 4 passenger tires, provided you've taken them off the rims. However, they will completely reject construction debris, so no drywall or roofing, no hazardous waste like wet paint and oil, and no electronics like old computers or TVs. You've got to take those to special drop-offs. Also, make sure your pile has a solid 3-foot clearance around it. That means no parking cars right next to it, and please don't place it under low tree branches. They use these massive mechanical boom arms to lift the debris, and they need room to work. I want to take a quick detour right here to talk about a major headache in Tampa's waste management. They're called tanglers. Please, whatever you do, avoid putting tanglers into your bulk or recycling waste. We're talking about things like garden hoses, ropes, old clothing, or plastic film. These items quite literally wrap around the massive sorting machines. It causes hours of equipment shutdowns every single day, and frankly, it creates incredibly unsafe conditions for the workers who have to go in and cut them loose.
Okay, how about some good news on the financial side? If you live in Hillsborough County, are 65 years of age or older, and you own and occupy your home, you can apply for a pretty substantial 33.176% discount on your annual solid waste tax assessment. That is huge. You just need to make sure you submit your application by July 31st so you can see that discount show up on your November tax bill.
The city of Tampa also provides some nice relief for its seniors. They offer a $4.15 monthly garbage collection discount. To qualify for this one, you need to be 65 or older, and your household can have no more than 2 occupants. You just have to submit a notarized certification form to the solid waste billing office, and they'll get that set up for you. And this is really important. Both the city and the county offer a completely free backdoor collection service for residents with a physical disability. If you are physically unable to move those heavy carts or bulky items all the way to the curb, and there's no able-bodied person age 12 or older living in the home, you can totally apply for this. It does require medical certification from a licensed healthcare provider, but once you're approved, the crews will come directly up to your home to collect the waste at no extra charge. All right, let's bring it all home with Section 6, Final Takeaways and Disclaimer. So, here is your quick action checklist. First, double-check and confirm your exact jurisdiction so you aren't calling the wrong department. Second, figure out your most cost-effective method. Ask yourself, can you wait for your free sweep week? Do you need an on-demand pickup right now? Or can you just self-haul it today? Third, prep your items safely, making sure you maintain that crucial 3-foot clearance for the boom trucks. And finally, if you're a senior or have a qualifying disability, definitely apply for those discounts and accommodations right away. Now, we do have to mention, please keep in mind that municipal policies, schedules, and especially fees are always subject to change. While we've given you the most complete, up-to-date roadmap right now, you should always verify the latest information directly through the official City of Tampa website at tampa.gov or the Hillsborough County website at hcfl.gov before you drag anything to the curb. All right. You now have the exact blueprint to navigate Tampa's bulk waste system completely headache-free, with no missed pickups and 0 code violations. So, with all these steps in hand, what bulky items are you finally going to clear out of your space this weekend? Thanks so much for joining us on this explainer, and hey, happy organizing!